ladies' court and this environment as well does take a little bit of getting used to. Some players seem to really thrive.
Oh, fine margins again.
40-15.
In a hurry.
15 love.
It'll be interesting to see whether Osaka comes out into the second set and changes her tactics at all, because that first set was inundated.
This time, Osaka does land it on the line. Putintseva thought it might have drifted. She's convinced it did, but no call. Wow. She is unleashed there, Naomi Osaka.
And the forehand from Putintseva dropped a little bit short, but my goodness, was it punished. Putintseva was cussing and swearing.
Almost.
15 love.
I know it is coming to the end of the 2024 season, but if she's to win this match...
Oh, Putintseva's missed another one.
See what momentum can do to a tennis match.
Seen comebacks in deciding sets from this position.
Yeah, Osaka's been in winning positions a few times this season, hasn't she, and hasn't been able to get the job done.
Let's go, keep your heads up.
Above. In sets 2 and 3. She's got to compose herself here, an hour and 41 minutes in.
Ready.
Placing round 3, Beckets. Serving for the match.
We're ready.
Well, tennis is finally back after the U.S. Open ends. We have the China Open this week. They had a wonderful opening ceremony for the players, the Sabalenkas, the Jannik Sinners, the Jessica Pegulas, and of course the Naomi Osakas were at this opening over there in China, and it was wonderful to see. And what a match this was between Yulia Putintseva from Kazakhstan versus Naomi Osaka, of course, from Japan. And a lot of people tuning into this one just to see what Putintseva will do in this match as far as her behavior goes. That's been in the news a little bit because she had a little bit of an incident with a ball girl at the U.S. Open, which Yulia has apologized for, but her antics kind of continued in this China Open with the ball kids over there in Beijing. So make of it what you will. But she's a fiery character. She reminds me a lot of John McEnroe, and I really don't think that's an exaggeration. Of course, you have a legend, Hall of Famer John McEnroe, respectfully saying that Yulia is not going to be in the Hall of Fame, but she has that kind of, kind of like, why do we need to act like this type of personality? But every time she does an interview, she's such a sweetheart. So it's always fascinating to see how people's minds react to competition on the pro level. Putintseva won this first set and then ended up losing the next two. Naomi Osaka is going to play tomorrow. Right now, I'm here in the United States. Tomorrow is Saturday, and she's going to be playing in America, and I believe it's volley nets. So volley nets versus Osaka, this should be a really interesting one. This was, I think, Osaka's second match with her new coach. Osaka's new coach is Serena Williams' former coach. Remember when Serena Williams was playing in the U.S. Open, and she got in trouble for that whole coaching violation thing back when coaching was legal? That's her coach now. So we'll see what happens with that. Putintseva, I don't know when we'll see her again, but if you know, please tell me in the comments, because quite frankly, I really like her matches. She's really entertaining. This one, she numerous times, 5, 6, 7 times, she was directing the ball kids on what she wanted them to do, and at times kind of giving them a tough look. So it'd be interesting to be on the court as a young child and having that kind of vibe thrown at you from Putintseva. So interesting player. And Kazakhstan versus Japan today over there in China. Wonderful event. Our beloved Iga Swiatek, she played in the China Open, of course, last year. She's not playing this year at the tournament. She pulled out about 3 or 4 days before the draw came out. So that was a little bit disappointing. I was really looking forward to seeing Iga Swiatek, who I believe won the China Open last year. So it would be interesting to see in this tournament. I'll end on this. Jessica Pegula and Aryna Sabalenka. Will we see a rematch from the U.S. Open final? It's a possibility, obviously. That would be Belarus versus the U.S., and Pegula was up 5-3 in the second set in the U.S. Open final a few weeks ago, and looked like the U.S. Open final was going to go to a third set, and Sabalenka said, no, ma'am. And that was done in 2 sets, and Sabalenka took her first ever U.S. Open title and a big chunk of change of $3.6 million. So, Putintseva out. Osaka's in it. I think Goff is still in the China Open. She won her first match over there in Beijing. Of course, Qinwen Zheng, probably not pronouncing her last name right. Fan favorite. Qinwen, of course, is from China. So a gold medalist, Olympic champion Zheng, I should say. So we'll end on that out of respect for the Chinese Qinwen Zheng, who is another sweetheart. I love watching her play. She is still in this one, and probably every match she's playing is going to be packed for Qinwen Zheng. So kudos to her. Thank you so much for watching. I know you have a lot of options on where you can watch your tennis videos if you're watching right here on Best Muscle Video on YouTube. Thank you so much. And keep it right here. We're going to be following this China Open. It's going to be a lot of fun. Korean Open was last week. China Open this week. Talk to you soon. Keep it here. Best Muscle Video right here on YouTube.